listeners. I'm Shanna, one of the hosts for the Adventist HealthCare You podcast. I wanted to take a moment and introduce you to a new series that we're starting, a special series hosted by Adventist HealthCare's System Chief Medical Officer and Executive Vice President, Dr. Patsy McNeil. We're excited to bring you this special series where Dr. McNeil will sit down with different physicians across Adventist HealthCare to talk about medicine, healthcare, and how Adventist HealthCare is improving the health of our community, one person at a time. With that, I'd like to introduce Dr. Patsy McNeil. Welcome. And tell our listeners a little bit about your background and what you hope to do with this new series.
Absolutely. Well, I am privileged, as you've said, to be Executive Vice President of Adventist HealthCare and Chief Medical Officer. I'm also the second in command of the company, and it's really a privilege to be here. And I believe, though, that physicians are the tip of the spear as far as healthcare is concerned. And I'm happy to be doing this series, talking to some of our physicians who are so dedicated to Adventist HealthCare and so dedicated to their craft. Now, I am an emergency physician by training. I went through the whole gamut of education from undergrad all the way up until, most recently I got my master's, my MBA from University College London. I went to medical school at Vanderbilt, did residency training, and was a physician in the helicopter, a air care physician for University of Cincinnati. And I did undergrad many a year ago at Washington University in St. Louis. So that was my kind of educational journey. I've been at Adventist HealthCare as a leader for 7 years, but I've been associated with Adventist HealthCare working clinically for about 19 years. So it's been quite the long journey. Being a physician is very important to me. I spend a lot of time getting training to be one, that's for sure. But in addition to that, caring for humanity in the way of their healthcare at some of the most joyful and most challenging points of their life is very, very, very both exciting and fulfilling to do. Now, I've transitioned into being a leader at Adventist HealthCare and a leader, a physician executive, and I'm driven by a commitment to world-class patient care, to exceptional care, the patient experience, and enhancing the quality of the delivery of care for our patients and making sure it's done in a safe way. In addition to that, the physician and clinician experience is very difficult. It's very hard to take care of folks in today's healthcare. And so I'm very much so committed to doing whatever I can do to make sure that experience as well is done as optimally as possible to therefore drive enhancing that human experience as a worker, clinician, and the human experience of being a patient, which comes to everybody at some point in their life, I have to say. Lastly, I'm a big advocate for women's issues and women's leadership, not only in medicine, but also in business. A lot of causes that I support that have to do with elevating women, in addition to hobbies and interests that I'm interested in the arts and in philanthropy as well. So, a lot going on over here, but I will say, though, that this podcast series is really trying to introduce the public and our physicians to each other. There are people have these ideas about what physicians are, but these are human beings who are just doing their best to make sure that they're diligent in taking care of patients. And I have never met a physician who didn't want to do the right thing for patients. And it's important for the community and for everyone just to know that.
Especially as healthcare is more and more being talked about and looked at and evolving.
It's evolving.
It's
so complicated.
It is, but we're here to make it uncomplicated, or at least try to.
It's really hard to do in what I call sometimes the machine of healthcare right now. It's just not built sometimes for patients or clinicians for that matter. But what we can do here at Adventist HealthCare is make it as easy as we can and can concentrate on ever improving with that goal in mind.
That's right. Well, thank you, Dr. McNeil. I'm looking forward to listening in. And this special series is especially for our doctor community, but we encourage everyone to tune in because, as we said, healthcare is for everyone. And learning about health and healthcare can empower you to be an advocate and be part of your own healthcare. We'll continue with our regular episodes with Nimit, but you'll get these special episodes as well. We hope you enjoy. Thank you, Dr. McNeil. We're looking forward to it.
As am I.
Thank you, and be well.